What's up? My name is Sasha. Welcome back to my channel, and today we are here for another video. So basically these books are books that I had on my TBR countless times through year 2020 and I just never got around to them. So today I'm going to tell you those books, and hopefully, no, not hopefully, this will keep me accountable that I will read these books this year. So the first book I have is A Long Way to a Small Angry Planet by Becky Chambers. This is a sci-fi book, but I think it's set on Earth. No, I don't think it is set on Earth. So when I did read the blurb of this book, it gave me Heart of Iron vibes, and I really enjoyed Heart of Iron, so definitely pick that one up if you haven't yet. But Long Way to a Small Angry Planet, we've got Rosemary Harper, who joins the crew of the Wayfarer. The Wayfarer is seen better days, but it offers everything she could possibly want: a small quiet spot to call home for a while, adventure in far off corners of the galaxy, and distance from her troubled past. I think it's got found family, but I'm not quite too sure. Like, people have spoken about it, but not about it in length, so I can't really tell you too much about it either because I haven't read it. But this is one book that I had on multiple TBRs last year, and I'm just going to pick it up this year, I promise you that. This next book has been on countless TBRs as well. It is a thriller. I don't know if it's YA, but it is The Roanoke Girls by Amy Engel. It's about this girl who goes back to this farm and goes missing. I love the look of this cover, and I have had it on so many TBRs, and I really should pick it up. I don't really hear much about it though, but it's like a really short book, so I really should be able to pick it up soon. And maybe, because this isn't the only book with girls in the title, so maybe I should do a video, like a buzzword video where I just read books with girls in the title. This next book I have actually started but have not finished because I am the worst. I'm about 200 pages into it, but it's The Priory of the Orange Tree by Samantha Shannon. This was a book that I started doing a read along with Clockwork Chapters on Instagram, and we both kind of just fizzled out. I don't know what happened. I just went into this slump with both like Instagram and books and just anything bookish in general. I'm just like, get that away from me. But this is one book I really want to finish. I was really enjoying it. I really liked all the perspectives. There wasn't really any one perspective I hated, which, you know, in multiple POV books, when you're like when you first read of Heir of Fire, you cannot tell me that you wanted to skip Manon's chapters, okay? Everyone did, okay? And if you didn't, you're lying. But this is a book about dragons. So many different things going on in this book. So from what I can remember, we've got this one girl who wants to become like a dragon rider, so she's doing these trials, and then we've also got a queen who everyone is trying to kill, but then there's this one person who's trying to save her, and these dragons have risen, and when the dragons rise, it means that like the queen is going to die or something. I can't quite remember, but I'm excited to finish it. Hopefully this year, definitely this year, someday. Another book I said I was going to read last year was A Song of Wraiths and Ruins by Roseanne A. Brown. This came out and there was so much hype about it, but then I actually haven't really heard anything since. But I just love this cover. It is so gorgeous. I actually got this from Brit as a birthday present, so thanks again, Brit. You are one of a kind. And this is about two different characters. We've got Malik and we have Karina. Malik wants to kill Karina, but Karina is trying to resurrect her mum through ancient magic, and I think they fall in love, which is also a wonderful thing. I love enemies to lovers. I think everyone knows that. I love enemy to lovers. It sounds good, so I don't know why I haven't picked it up. This book I actually started as well. I have gotten about 34 pages into it, but I think I had my baby. So that was six months ago I picked it up. But I also I was reading this around the same time I was reading My Dark Vanessa, and I was getting them mixed up. Don't ask me why. I think because they're both like flashback, books. Anyway, this is Final Girls by Riley Sager. This is a thriller about these girls who were like the last ones standing from like all these mass murders. So they're the final girls, but they've started to like drop off and die. So there's this one girl, this is focused on Quincy. I think she teams up with someone to try and find out like who's murdering these final girls. But there's another thriller. Maybe I'm just like not a thriller person. I don't know, I like to be thrilled. But if the book's not going to thrill me from the start, I'm going to stop it. And then one last book. I can't remember if I said 5 or 6, but there's 6 on this list. And that is Queen of Air and Darkness by Cassandra Clare. I have yet to read this. It's now been 2 years since it's come out. I think it's been 2 years. 2019? 2018. 2018? What? Okay, so what came out between this and Chain of Gold? So 3 years. Okay. So this is the 3rd book in the Dark Artifices trilogy, which is the sequel trilogy to the Mortal Instruments. And this sets 5 years later from the Mortal Instruments. But this focuses on Emma and Julian, who are probably my favourite couple out of all of them. I haven't read any of Chain of Gold, so don't at me. I think I'm going to have to reread Lady Midnight and Lord of Shadows, because I remember the last bit of Lord of Shadows that made me cry, made everyone cry. And I think that's why I wasn't quite ready, because I don't think I wanted to cry anymore. I'm ready. I'm ready to conquer this thick AF book. And what, we've got some cool ass illustrations. I wonder if they're in the hardcover. Anyway, so those were my 6 priority books that I want to read in 2021. What books were on your TBR last year that you never got to? Let me know down below. And if you ever want to buddy read with me, definitely hit me up on either Instagram or Twitter. They're both at @SashReads. And I will see you next time. Bye.